Hey Avon Nation, Emily Seagren here. How are you guys? I hope you are all healthy and staying as sane as possible throughout this whole coronavirus ordeal, how it's affecting you in your personal life, how it's affecting you in Avon. I'll talk a little bit about how I'm dealing with it. I haven't come out. I did a video just over a week ago, a business update, and I feel like so much has already changed since then. So it is wild how fast-paced this virus is affecting all of us, and hopefully I can help you maneuver through it a little bit. I don't know if I mentioned before, but Rob has now set up a temporary office in our dining room. The kids are home. I don't think they will be going back to school this year. Ava had her first Zoom meeting with her classroom today, so that was super cute, and you could tell it was good for her to have that interaction, see her classmates and her teacher. I think all of this is a great lesson and reminder that technology is great, but can never replace human interaction. And he works at an immediate care clinic, so he is around people that may have the coronavirus, so I couldn't even give him a hug. So I think all of this is a big wake-up call for all of us with technology and notifications and emails and texts. A lot of times I think people have this false sense of busyness, and this whole pandemic has kind of made me open my eyes, because all of a sudden some of our joys that are taken away from us, just as simple as going out to dinner or going shopping, and being stuck at home, all of a sudden you feel like you have all this extra time and you do want a little bit of that busyness back. So sometimes it's great to just take a big look at how things are going when stuff slows down, or you're taking a vacation or whatever it is. I think it's a great opportunity to look at all aspects of your life, make sure that you are living congruent to your values, and that you're happy in the way you're living your life. So on the Avon side, let's see. So last week was a rough week for me, and normally I don't bring up stuff anymore that affects me negatively. Because I did find that when I talked about it, it was nice, because then the people that like me would come forth and say something positive to me. But then it also became that that's what people started talking to me about, like when they saw me. So I don't want pity and I don't want sympathy. So that's why I don't really talk about the negative stuff anymore. But what does bother me is when the negativity comes from within the Avon community. And so last week, when I was just trying to do a video for my LABC, and like I immediately got like 2 thumbs down right away on my video, I knew it was Avon people. And in the big grand scheme of things, do I really care about 2 thumbs down on a video? Not really, but when I'm already having like a really awful week, I thought at that time that Avon was closed down and I was gonna have no money coming in for a couple weeks. I was kind of freaking out and a little sensitive. So yeah, it bothered me. So I posted something about that. And then later that day found that an Avon rep had completely copied pages and pages of my blog. That really irritates me. It has happened to me a lot. And to be honest, I try not to find it anymore because it aggravates me so much. One girl used to copy my recruiting blogs, and I saw her on a trip and I confronted her and she denied it. There's even a tool out there that can go out and find people that have copied your pages. And I did that once and found like a ton of reps. So that was awful too. So anyways, I just try not to find it anymore. But this recent one, she was ranking above me on Google for my own work. So I know some people don't fully understand how search engines and blogs work and maybe didn't understand why I was upset that someone copied me. And do I care so much if someone like copies a couple sentences that I put on a Facebook post? No, I don't really care about that. Do I care that someone goes and intentionally copies my work on my blog and posts it as their own? Yes, that's a whole different story. It's plagiarism. I did not receive an apology from her. And so I know that she knows it was wrong, because if it was like, oh, I didn't know any better, she probably would have reached out to me by now. So anyhow, there are many different factors that affect how you rank in Google. And so going to school for marketing, being at a job where I learned how to write for search engines, all of that comes into play in why I'm not willing to let someone copy word for word what I've come up with. So that was the second thing. And then the third thing was that I looked in my direct messages for Facebook, and in, you know, those other messages, kind of that filtered box where sometimes I miss looking in there, there was a message from an Avon representative that just said, "You look so tired all of the time." Okay, would you like me to tell what I think about you that's negative? Like, I just had enough last week, and so I did announce it, and I took that post down because I tried to turn off comments, but you guys were still able to comment to each other. So I had some people that had my back, some people that were arguing that I shouldn't have made a big deal out of it. Whatever, I took it down so that you guys stop arguing and she stops getting hits to her website. I guess, you know, out of all of that, I just ask for you guys to be supportive of one another. It feels really offensive when it's inside the Avon community where the negativity is coming in. So let's be adults and professional and do our own work, but learn from each other and share ideas and be more positive, because we don't need more negative with everything that's happening right now. So let's move ahead to sort of how I'm handling all that's happening. So yes, my Avon store is temporarily closed until Illinois lifts open their shelter in place. And so, you know, I go back and forth. Is it worth me meeting people over there? Because the problem with my local customer base is most of them don't want to spend any sort of money on shipping. A lot of times their average order is $10 to $20. So even though I'm offering $40 free shipping, most of them don't even want to meet that minimum. So I have been going over for a few customers and doing, you know, curbside pickup where I take their debit or credit card over the phone. I run it, I bag the order. I make sure that I have clean hands and that, you know, products are sanitized and everything. And so we don't even come face to face. I don't know if it's worth it, or if it's more worth it to just be focused on team sales and building those online sales right now. Without my store being open, it does kind of freak me out, and I feel like I should be bringing in as much revenue as I can. But at the same time, I don't know if it's worth it to run and meet people for a $10 order every time. So, you know, I'm just kind of messing with things. I like to try my ideas and then adjust based on my observations. So I recommend you guys do the same thing. I run everything through Square. So if you don't have Square yet, I highly recommend setting that up. You can get a free chip reader. You can process cards, and then you can leave it on their doorstep. So that's a way to get orders, and it's personalized service. So right now, when people don't want to go out in public, maybe it's a great time to add new Avon customers. Remind them of the products that we have that are more essential, like our deodorant and toothpaste and toothbrushes. Hand creams. That's a lot of what I've been going over and filling for people. I did get one of my longtime customers with a pretty decent sized new order, so that was good. She was telling me how she had gone to the drugstore and tried Olay because our store wasn't open, and she had a bad reaction to it. So that made me feel like, okay, you know, I have to somehow be servicing my customers because I don't want them to go to drugstore brands or other brands. What else? So I did offer $40 free shipping to my local customers. Honestly, I haven't had anyone take me up on that yet. So I think that's part of the challenge that we have as representatives with this free shipping at 60 on our websites, because it's even hard for some of my customers to meet the 40 minimum. So before the coronavirus, I had stopped telling people I would send them catalogs. It was getting too costly. I didn't see the payoff. I was really trying to push people to the online catalog. My traditional customers are a little bit different, and they want that paper book. And since my store isn't open, I have offered to mail a couple. I am careful when I do stuff like that because I don't want them to expect that for when the store opens back up. I will tell you, it was $3 a piece to mail each of the catalogs. So just with 2 customers mailing 2 catalogs, I spent $6 on postage, and then the money on the books too. So not worth it, but I will make exceptions during this time while the store is closed. So let me, I know we have new features coming tomorrow to our web office, and a couple times I saw the menu items on there. And it said like catalog tool, promotion tool. So I am anxious to see what that's going to be all about. Let me go into, okay, let me go into our Beauty Buzz. And I should have showed you. I have in the CZ, sparkling CZ crawler earrings. So they're really pretty. It's a clip. How cool. But I just looked on the website and they're on the wait list. So make sure you join the wait list because these are really cute. And then I did my hair with the lava spin and curl. I also got the hair dryer and the straightener. So I'm excited to use those. I'm gonna go in here and check out our beauty buzz so that I can cover that with you. What other ideas do I have for selling? Sharing our hand soap, definitely share that. Help your customers. I'll take that back. I've had 2 people where I've helped them place the online order. And so maybe that's something you want to offer too. Some of your customers may be willing to spend the $60, but they don't know how to place the order on your website. So help them with that. And let's go into the beauty buzz. Okay, so today, hopefully you have all already turned in your campaign 8 orders because they were due almost 2 hours ago. So I expected our team sales to be down with all that's going on. And they were down, not as awful as they could have been, but they were down. So let's continue to push and have positive attitudes and be sharing our love for Avon at this time. So the Ohio Distribution Center was only shut down for 2 days. So place orders like you normally would. They are dropping in special gifts for us. So a mask or a cleansing wipe. So share that on social media, how Avon's helping us be sanitary during all of this. The call center is closed, so I will share where you should go for any help on order placement or questions that your upline may not be able to answer, or questions if you don't have an upline. So the support button is up right here in the corner, and then you go to email Avon, and then you choose a topic and a subtopic, and it will get to the right department and they will get back to you. And what else did I want to say about that? I don't know. Oh, I do know. So the rewards distribution is temporarily closed. So if you have turned in any rewards and are waiting for a package there, they are temporarily closed, and they're expected to open April 16th, but you know, that could change too. So try to be patient there. Avon has their response page where they're going to keep us updated for any changes. Be sure you're tuning in on the Avon USA representative Facebook page. They're doing all kinds of different videos to help with tips during this time, teaching you productivity tips from working from home. Sad to see convention canceled, but I think it was the right move. You know, we don't know how long this is going to last and how it's going to affect everything. So canceling out any travel right now, I think, is the smart way to go. I wouldn't book any flights or anything in travel plans unless you're able to cancel them without a fee. So I have quite a bit of flight credit built up now. I'm going to have to be traveling when all this blows over. Hopefully it does quickly. Let's see, content maker. So this is just showing you all the different training that's taking place. And on the note for Avon convention. I really love that personal connection with my team members, and that's always a great opportunity for all of us to get together as a group. So I do hope to do something for Team Momentum, but there are so many questions up in the air right now that I'm not going to commit to anything. I hope to, but I just don't know where everything is going right now. So let's see. We have a lot of new representatives still. One note I do want to share there is that I think there's some confusion. Some of the reps that are signing up for the free sign up are expecting to get something in the mail. And when you sign up with the free sign up, you don't get anything in the mail. So if that was you and you're ready to get started, start selling, I would go in and order books as soon as possible. Do know that that's going to start off your beginning pathway to Premier. So that's going to count as your first campaign. So if you can, try to make it a $200 order, because then you're going to earn your 25% commission on all beauty. And then you're going to get that $20 bonus for your $20 stepping stone bonus for hitting 200 within a campaign. So that's the only drawback of placing a brochure only order, is that it does kick off your pathway to Premier. Another important thing to mention to my leaders and those of you interested in building a team, the free sign up offer has been extended through campaign 12. So that's May 26th. You have a full 2 more months to sign team members up to join your team for free. So the great part about that is there's no ties, right? They can sign up. That's it. They don't have to pay anything. Like, I guess no loss, well, it is a loss, but no gain if they don't do anything. No, I don't know if I said that right, but whatever. But the downside of that, right, is that they may never place an order, and it looks like we have a ton of new team members, but then if they never get started, then that stinks. So there's a positive side of the free sign up, and there's a negative side of it. But our hope is just to get as many team members as possible, and then to teach and train them to be successful and build a successful Avon business. So those of you that have not signed someone up before, you can go to your website and click on Become a Representative. That takes them to the sign up page. And if you click on through it, you can see that it is attached to me. The other way is to send them to sellavon.com, and they, once they create an account, they would pick you as their advisor. So that's about all I have. I hope that you guys are figuring out creative ways to share during this time. I did get a bunch of the campaign 9 Mother's Day stuff and campaign 10 cheese stuff. So I will be doing a product haul pretty soon. I find that when I'm going through a time where I'm frustrated, or you know, maybe the business isn't going as great as I want it to go, that putting some effort into being creative and creating something new always helps me feel better. So instead of selling from the store, I'm gonna be taking pictures of these products, doing videos of the products. If you can't afford to do that, there are so many great images and videos all ready for you to use in Avon Social. And now is also a great time to go to Avon University and complete that training that you are always putting off that you know you want to do. So I hope you guys have a very successful week. I hope that you're hanging in there. My fellow mothers, I feel for you. I love having the kids home, but it just, it's a whole different dynamic with Rob working from home, me working from home, the kids home. The dog's always nuts, you know, Izzy. All right, you guys, I will chat with you later. If you want to know more about starting a team, find my video on how to sign up Avon reps for free. If you're new and you want to learn more about the pathway to Premier, find my new rep video that I did in March. And I also have a video on pathway to Premier. An update on the trips. I don't think I covered that in our last, or maybe I did. But so Jamaica has now been pushed to November. Destination Avon, the cruise, is being pushed to 2021 spring. And it may not just be a cruise option. Avon was asking for feedback on that. I know that the sound of a cruise right now doesn't sound very appealing to people. So stay tuned for updates on that. And I will see you guys later. Stay healthy. Bye.